Hey, Chris out. Thank you so much for taking my LinkedIn course. And apparently you want me to roast you right now.
Yeah, that's of course my dream to get roasted by you. But yeah, it's always a challenge to change your own LinkedIn profile because like you look at it and it's never done and never perfect. And so I was now at the right time where I thought, okay, let's have an expert look at it again and see and spot all my rookie mistakes that I made.
I wouldn't call them mistakes. It's maybe just like positioning opportunities because like you are such a stat in terms of growth. You have just launched this awesome book, Extreme Revenue Growth, and you have done so many amazing things in your life. So let's see how well does your profile reflect them. Let me share the screen for a sec and we'll go there. Oh la la, here we are. Ready? Let's do this. All right. So after a first couple of seconds, I get immediately drawn by the profile picture, right? So this is like extremely good positioning. There is everything like nicely in the middle. But then when it comes to product itself, just like the book, I'm missing a little bit of a contrast. And I have no idea if it is my resolution or something like that, but I am immediately drawn to this, which I don't know is an octopus eye or a money symbol or something like that. I don't see the product popping up a lot. So here we have a little bit of opportunity for the background image optimization, which is otherwise awesome. Your profile picture, this is a stunner. I love it. Like you are in such a good action, throwing the energy out on this page, which is very, very, very good. So yeah, the short description, of course, like you have highlighted all your major stuff here. Best-selling book author. Yeah, this is awesome. Keynote speaker. Tell me something, Chris. Do you have a content creator profile on LinkedIn turned on?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe try to do this because there you wouldn't have to use like those hashtags for growth hacking, but you would have like a couple of other options. And here, like when people see your profile, you would have follow button instead of connect button, because from your connections, I mean, we have more than 500 shared connections, which is awesome. And you have like 8,000 or 9,000, 8,000 connections here. So I think that like based on your influencer status right now, content creator mode would be amazing for you. Maybe you can play around with a profile video or not, whatever you want, but you're a good speaker, so that might be a nice idea for you. In terms of about session, I'm so impressed. Like if you spoke on my event, I would just like copy a part of this bio and I would be settled. I wouldn't bother you anymore with how to get this information out. So extremely good job in the about section. That's extremely nicely done. Later on, like this is the prime real estate right here, right? Because these are the most visual assets. And here you decided to highlight like your recent book launch, which is very nice. You look very professional here. It's a very nice picture, but what I miss here are a couple of links, and it will get more obvious as we scroll down. So here you have your consulting company, right? And this book of yours, like Extreme Revenue Growth, has not been featured yet, which I think is something that you should improve immediately, because LinkedIn is a sales page, and right now we are doing what you do best, conversion rate optimization. So make sure that it pops out. Later than that, we have your cheat sheet here. So the 30-day growth plan, which is nicely featured here. But yeah, the book should definitely be here. It's referring to it, and like those links can be embedded below. Maybe this is the same one that it is. But anyways, here you have a lot of room for improvement, because what I realized in your profile is that you're spending a lot of the space explaining your lecturing gigs, right? So all the cool business schools, which is amazing. But here are 3 things that I admire the most about you. So of course you are a book author, and I'm too lazy to write a book, which is amazing, especially because it's best-selling. The second stuff is your previous experience of exiting the agency, which never happens in Europe, and it's so huge. And the third one, which stuns me. Like, I'm literally so impressed by this, is KPMG practice, so that you have like a very firm, solid background in finance and accounting, which is very relevant for founders. So here you just want to consider if you could somehow push the major things more in the visible section, right? Without making people click for more, or just like highlighting them in the about section. This is how I would do like this hierarchy of information based on importance, not the time sequence.
Yeah.
I'm not used of you to agreeing with me, so that's strange. All right, so we scroll through a bunch of experiences here, and I know this one is super tricky to explain because we are all under NDAs, but what I'm missing here a little bit are like key achievements, right? I don't see any numbers right here, and at least for some companies or like the exited company or something like that, if you can throw in some millions and billions, that would be amazing, because especially in the consulting business, people are all the time searching for evidence that we walk the talk, not only write about this, and a couple of key achievements would give you additional weight. I think that we are getting to the end of the profile right here. So this is the University of Amsterdam. All the nice crosses here. You have already nicely selected like what the primary skills of yours are. So let me give you a couple of endorsements right here that you would get to 100 plus. Maybe you could write in the afternoon to a couple of friends to do the same, or maybe not. Alrighty, but I see that you are diligent here on received recommendations, and here is my challenge for you. You have done like, you have collected brilliant reviews for your book. You got Sean Ellis, you got Ramli, and a couple of awesome growth experts. So if somebody would be kind enough to just like copy a recommendation in this section, that would give us an additional fancy billboard right there. And that in a nutshell was it, Chris. Good. I don't have any further complaints based on your LinkedIn presence.
No complaints. Well, that's
good. Cool. So what's the first thing that you will correct?
Well, probably the numbers and feature my book more. But awesome. We have a saying in the Netherlands that it's always the house, the painter that needs to be painted.
Sure.
So I think that I will always be experiencing that.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be like for everything, you know. If you have like certain year-to-year growth rates for the clients that you are very proud on, and I know that you have been working with like Silicon Valley companies that got like amazingly huge foundings, whatever is something that can be publicly communicated, just focus on, let's say, 3 or 5 bullets. You don't have to like justify each and every one of your experience in the last 15 years. We are not 20 anymore.
Luckily not.
Unfortunately. For you, luckily. For me, unfortunately. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for being able to do this. I'm so happy to share these insights with the rest of folks, because here is how we learn, right? By doing, and hope to see you back in the LinkedIn course.
Yeah, thanks. No, and I think what's also important, I think to recommend to everybody that this course definitely takes you to a step back where you get like a bird's eye view of how does your LinkedIn profile actually look like, and what are the hidden opportunities that you can tap into. So I would definitely recommend everybody to take this course, because the potential return on investment, if you land a new job or only get one client, it's amazing compared to the small investment that you have to make for this course. So I would definitely recommend it to everybody.
Love it. And it's also worth the time, because you will be done with an optimization of the profile in a day or so. So thanks so much for bringing this out. This is a beautiful point, and good luck with closing the businesses on LinkedIn and elsewhere.
Thanks, Maja, for your help.